Hello friends, Gina Scalpone here. Welcome to Ask Me Anything. Today I am going to feature Kayla, and I think you all are going to benefit from this information because she wants to know how to fill up her books before the holidays. She's a seasoned stylist, she just had a baby, she's back to work now, and I'm going to help her out. I'm going to Kayla, let me know when you're here. Kayla's actually not going to be live. Like I just said, she has a little baby at home, so she feels like there'll be way too much noise in the background, but she's going to show up live. I'm going to help her out. I'm going to answer her. I'm going to answer her question, and hopefully help all of you out in the meantime. She's looking to build up her clientele again and get real booked up before the holidays. She's kind of surprised that she's not booked up already. So I'm gonna help her out. Hello, Kayla. So good to see you. Are you excited about today's training? I know I sure am. I know it's gonna help you out, and I know it'll help others out as well. So thank you so much for showing up live, Kayla. And let's get started. Okay. A little bit about Kayla and some of the questions she had. She's a seasoned stylist. She's been doing hair for 9 years. She works at a private commission-based salon, aka she's an employee right now, and she has a new baby at home, like I just mentioned. Kayla's saying yes, 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 and yes. Hello, hello. Okay, at the time of this recording, in case any of you watching on the replay, it is mid-November and it is 2021. So, for a hairstylist, we want to be booked up from now through the end of the year. And Kayla has some questions around this quote unquote problem that she's having. Okay, Kayla, I'm going to basically repeat back what you sent to me. Let me know if I missed anything after I repeat this back. I see it as three main specific questions that Kayla had. Number one, she says, I'm having a super slow month already and I'm shocked. I thought I would be getting booked for the holidays. Any advice to get people back in my chair? I posted my schedule on all sources of social media and not much response. Her second question, problem, concern is, I did lose some people when I went on maternity leave for 10 weeks. Also, I only work 3 days a week now instead of 5, and I can't just come in when it's convenient for my clients like I used to. And number three, my main strategy is for people to see my work and get in my chair. I take a lot of before and after pictures of my work and I post on social media, but I think maybe I need something to catch their attention other than just a picture saying hair transformation. So did I get that all right, Kayla? Well, let me see. Taddy Torres is saying, I love your hair, makeup, and the lips are to die for. Thank you so much for helping the community. You are so welcome, Taddy. Thank you for showing up live. Well, this is a wig. I'm a natural brunette and my hair is short and kind of fine. I just like to be a little extra, and it's just easy, and I got some new wigs, so why not? And I sell wigs, so I'm always wearing them. Okay, Kayla, back to you. Thank you so much for the kind words, Taddy. I like that name. Kayla saying yes, great. Okay, cool. Let's move on. Kayla, I can promise you, look me in the eyes right now. I can promise you, you are not alone with this. And I like that you have insight into maybe the hair transformation quotes isn't the best approach. I'm quoting. You're just saying hair transformation and pictures isn't the best approach for your advertising efforts. This is good. You are not alone, okay? Is anyone here ever curious about how to get those people that are following you on social into clients in your chair? Because that's basically what Kayla's question is. That's what I'm reading between the lines. Can I get an amen in the comments? Say yes. Yes, I can relate. Can anyone here relate who's watching? Kayla's saying, I love your wigs. Thank you so much. I love wigs too. They're so fun. Plus, it's really easy. You don't have to do your hair. You throw a net on, you throw a wig on, and a hat. Gergana saying, amen. Thank you, friends. Amen. Okay. Then you're all gonna love this training. That's why I was so excited to teach Kayla, because I know other stylists have either messaged me this specifically and said, help. I see in other groups, and like they're trying to show up on social, don't really know how to do it. We don't know how to get those clients that are following us to people in our chair, to butts in our chair. So that's what we're gonna talk about. So one thing I have for you, Kayla, let's go back. One of the things you said, I did lose some people when I went on maternity leave for 10 weeks. I also only work 3 days now instead of 5. I just don't have as much flexibility as I used to. My question for you is, did you communicate when you left for maternity leave how much time you were taking off? I'm curious about that, Kayla. Did you let them know what your schedule would be when you came back? So type in the comments, please, Kayla. I like to set expectations with my clients and my students. I have programs that my students are in, just so we're all on the same page. So I let my students know if something is changing or things are different. I let them know what to expect, so we're all on the same like playing field. I also let my clients know what to expect, like when they're getting married or when they come see me in their in-home studio, which I'm in right now. So I like to over communicate when I'm taking days off, what the new routine is, how things are changing. Did you communicate that with your clients before you left for maternity leave, and then like when you're coming back, how long you're going for? I'm surprised to hear that as a busy stylist, those clients didn't come back. I could tell you, I have a stylist, I have someone that does my hair. If she took a 3-month leave, I'd probably just wait. I'd wait for my doctor, I'd wait for my dentist, I'd wait for my therapist, I'd wait. These are my people I love. Kayla's saying, yes, but I took off earlier than expected because of pain. Understandable, that's fine. I mean, I'm sure half your clients are moms, so they know what it's like. And Kayla says, and longer for a C-section recovery. Okay, fine. So you did communicate what you felt you knew was going to be. You left a little sooner than expected, and you let them know when you were coming back. So you felt like you did over communicate what the status was. The only reason why I asked that is because I'm thinking if they didn't know that, I could see them maybe going somewhere else, and then they didn't want to reach out or bother you knowing you had a baby. But if you told them, listen, I'm taking 3 months off, 4 months off, whatever it is, then, and here's someone else you could go to in the meantime, or I'll be back then I would think like, why would they leave? Yes, good communication. Okay, well, I'm glad you're a good communicator with them. Okay, so let me just touch on that a little bit longer. Of course, it's too late now because it's said and done. Your baby's 4 months old. However, when you take your next chunk of time off, well, let's say it's for an extended vacation, or let's say it's for when you have another baby, you can use this strategy. So just be clear about your communication, and you couldn't do anything about leaving early and then maybe taking a little bit more time off. It was your first baby, I'm guessing, you just didn't know. So if you did the best you could, then that's all we have to work with. So let's just let's just leave that where it is. And I want you to, you say you lost clients or they haven't been coming back. Kayla's saying yes. Okay, cool. My specific question for you is, how many would you say you've lost? And do they know that you're back at work? And do they know your new schedule? And have you communicated that with them? Like, I'd like you to sit down and run your numbers. I can't tell you the amount of times I hear people say, oh, I'm really busy. And they run their numbers like, actually, I'm 50% booked. Or I'm really, losing clients. And they run their numbers like, oh, I'm down 10%. So I want you to run your numbers if you haven't already. I teach this in great detail inside Glamhairus Academy, my signature course. One of the modules, I think it's module 2, there's 9 modules. It's a 9-week group implementation program. I teach this a specific strategy on how to run your numbers, to compare your numbers from last year to this year. Not only the actual number of the month, like let's say 5,000 versus 6,000 in February of last year versus this year. I teach my students how to break down, it's not rocket science, but like break down like how much you made in, keratin treatments, how much you made in haircuts, how much did you make in color, how much did you make in product sales. And that gives you a better understanding of where you're at. So Kayla, I want to know for sure, like, and you could tell me in the comments or just think about it, run your numbers. What's the specific number that you lost? Did you lose 5 and you have 100? Did you lose 25 people and you have 100? I want you to know those specific, you probably don't know off the top of your head, but I want you to think about that. And for all of you listening, watching the replay, think about that. If you think you've lost clients or you think you're extra busy, the thing is you need to run the numbers. Even when we get into the social media stuff, which I'm going to teach about, you have to look at your stats. You have to see what's working for you and what's not working. You don't just keep throwing spaghetti at the wall. You try things out and then you test them out and then you look at the stats. So, okay, food for thought. How's this sound so far, Kayla? Give me a number 1 through 10. 10, okay, great, making sense. I'm excited. 1, wait a minute, I'm not so sure about this. All of you are here live. Type in the comments 1 through 10. Making sense, feeling good. Yep, number 10. I like this information so far. Or 1, I'm not so sure. Because if I'm getting some like 1s and 2s or even 5s, then I can turn direction a little bit. Kayla's saying a 10. Awesome. Okay, good. Melanie is saying, what 3 days are you working now going from 5? She's asking Kayla. That's 2 days people might not be able to do ever. Melanie is saying a 10. Gergana is saying a 10. I hope I'm saying your name right. Gergana or Gerjana? Nay? That's a really good question. Maybe send a little survey out to your clients. Like if you were never working the weekends, then maybe that would be a day you could work. Like Kayla saying Monday, Friday, Saturday. So maybe even ask your clients when they're in your chair, take a little note. What day works for you? Yeah, Gergana saying yes, I'm saying it right. Okay, cool, yay. So yeah, I love that. Sometimes I get like anxious or nervous or uncomfortable when I don't have actual facts, when I don't have numbers, when I don't have percentages on anything in life. So maybe reach out to your clients and say, hey, the clients that aren't in your chair, just be like, hey, I'm back, want to let you know these are my hours, these are my days. If they say that day doesn't work for me, just say okay, or whatever you want to say. Make a little note. If there's 40 people saying, you used to work on Tuesdays and now you don't, that's just so hard for me, then maybe you can adjust your schedule. So I'm not really sure why you came back on those days or what the strategy is around it. I'm assuming it has to do with who can watch your baby on that day or daycare or whatnot. But just think about it. Food for thought. Okay, we are moving on, my friends. Okay, I'm glad there's lots of tens here. We're having some fun. Okay, so this is my other question to you. Again, when you take time off again in the future, whether it's for a vacation or for another baby, for any of you watching, I want you to be over communicative with your clients as much as you can. This is when I'm leaving. This is when I'm coming back. This is going to be my schedule. These are the days off. And then I want you to run your numbers just like we talked about. This is why I believe, and we're going to get into something that maybe some of you don't want to hear, but I'm going to say it anyway because it's my duty to share with all of you what I know has worked for myself and what I teach my students inside my academy, and it works for them. This is why strategic marketing for hairstylists is so important. Let me say it one more time for the people in the back. This is why strategic marketing for hairstylists is so important. So let's just say, if you're friends with all of your clients on social, if you send out weekly or monthly, let's say, permission-based emails as part of your marketing routine, so you stay top of mind with your clients when they aren't in your chair, I can guarantee you're not gonna lose clients. You might lose a few, okay? But the thing is, when you're staying top of mind with your clients, when they're not in your chair and you're giving them valuable information, you're basically marketing your knowledge to them, they remember. They might go somewhere for one appointment and they'll come right back. You're sharing the knowledge of the things that you know. I'm going to get into all that in just a little bit, but I want you to know, I want you to think about this. We're going to talk about this strategically on social media, marketing yourself, because you're asking about that. But I believe there's many other ways to market yourself online, not only social media, but I want to answer your question specifically. So we're going to get into marketing yourself as a hairstylist on social media. Kayla saying feeding little guy, but still listening. Okay, great. Okay. For any of you who are not on my weekly emails, I'd highly recommend you sign up for them so you can see how I strategically market my business. I want you to go to glamhairus.com/5secrets, the number 5. I'll share the link when we get off this training. You'll get a free guide on 5 secrets to attract high-paying clients, and then we'll be adding you to the weekly emails. You can see how I market myself. Okay, we're gonna move on. Let's see what Melanie says. Decent days, but Wednesdays are nuts for me. Most of my clients don't want to do Fridays or Saturday hair. They are busy then, but generally Saturdays are for days that walk-ins, new people, not steady ones, who don't like to plan ahead. Your area could be different. Good insight. What hours are you doing now? This could be a difference too. Great. Melanie's saying, sorry to jump in like that. No, girlfriend, fine. It's good that you're jumping in. You're thinking things through. You're a stylist too, so things are helping you. Your strategy is helping you get it out of your mouth and then getting it into Kayla's mind for her to think about things too. Okay, we are going to move on. Again, I want you all to sign up for my weekly emails. You can unsubscribe at any time, but I want you to see how I market to the people who subscribe to my emails. I send them out every week. You don't have to send them out every week. You can send them out like once a month if you want. Okay, we are going to move on. Kayla, hopefully you're still with me while you're multitasking. And this video will be in here for all of you to watch the replay. Okay, we're gonna move on. I teach this in great detail inside my signature course, but I'm gonna share a bite-sized piece here and try to help you out, Kayla. One thing, I want you to leave all of you, I'm gonna talk directly to Kayla, but I want all of you to think about this. I want you to leave a 5-minute buffer in between every single client. So you can do 2 very important things. One, you're going to ask your client to follow you while they're in your chair on your social media account, and then you're going to take before and after pictures. Even if it's something simple, it's like a blog, it's a bob, you're like, that's not that interesting. Take the pictures so you have them on your phone and you always have content to post. So again, give yourself 5 minutes in between each client. Say to your client, Stephanie, are you on Instagram? Are you on Facebook? I'm being dramatic right now. And they'll say, oh my gosh, I'm on TikTok. Great, here, let's follow each other right now while they're in your chair so you don't forget. And then there's much more likelihood that that client will see your post if you know she's following you. I'm guessing if you don't actually do this, a lot of your clients aren't following you. And if you see your clients are on, people love before and afters, Melanie's saying exactly. If you're on Facebook and Instagram and you see a lot of your clients are on TikTok, create a TikTok account and start showing up on there. Okay, so that's one thing you want to do. Ask your client to follow you. Ask you can take before and afters. This way, when you're marketing yourself and your awesome business online, it's a higher chance that they will see your work, AKA stay top of mind. Number 2, I want you to tag your client in the post if you get her permission. This way her friends will see the post and be more likely to reach out to you. If you have ideal clients that are in your chair ready, she probably has friends that you'd like to style too and you'd really jive with. Melanie is saying they also love looking for their own photos. Yes, they love being featured. My clients, my students, they love being featured. So just ask them. Sometimes my clients will say, oh, just the back of my hair, or just the side, no problem. Or they'll say, don't tag me, no problem. Just ask them. Okay, and I want to make sure that all of you, so when you're posting, so you're going to tag, you're going to get the permission, you're going to post. And posting your schedule is totally fine. I'm going to reference back to what Kayla said. She said, I post, let me get your exact words. Give me 1 second. I've posted my schedule on all sources of social media, not much response. I don't think that that's a problem necessarily to actually post your actual schedule. Like, I'm available Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. These are my hours. That's fine. But what I want you to think about is I want you to have more of a marketing plan where you're providing valuable information. It's okay to post your schedule because that's important. That's valuable information. But I want you to have information online that your clients find valuable, that it makes them want to engage in your account. It makes them want to tag a friend. It reminds them, oh, that's right, I want to book an appointment, not just your hours. So I don't want to pick you apart. That's great that you're posting your hours, but this is a way to strategically market yourself by providing value, and we're specifically talking about online. And I'm going to give you a few examples of things that you can actually talk about. You want clients to take action. You want them to send you a DM. You want them to comment below. You want them to tag your friend. You want them to say, oh, that's right, I got to book an appointment with Kayla. You want to provide information like these things I'm going to give you, just some examples, food for thought. So you want to provide what your thought process is behind a beautiful color formulation on a specific client, not the formula itself, but something like, I was going to do more of a cool tone, we're going to do a warm tone, not even the 5, the N, the things that people that aren't professionals wouldn't understand. Give a little bit of your thought process behind the reason why you decided to take her from here to here, from long to short, why you decided to take her from blonde to red. How about a post on how you organize your day? People love behind the scenes. How about a hair tutorial or a quick hair tip on the most frequently asked questions when people are in your chair? What do people ask you? Make a note at the end of the day. What are some questions that clients ask you that you could create content around? Do they ask you how to create beachy waves? Do they ask you how to create height in the crown area of your head? How about a beauty supply store run? People love that stuff. Behind the scenes, what does your workspace look like? I have a monthly membership, and students, after they go through my academy, go through my monthly membership. I created a challenge today. I'm like, everyone, let's create a little behind the scenes of our business, of our workspace. Talk about the products you have. I sell accessories, so when I do this kind of video, I'm talking about the accessories I sell. So these are the type of things you want to talk about. Talk about how, wow, the whole salon is a mess right now. I got to clean it up. I had a really busy day. Just give them a little 30-second video on your stories, on your main page. Do a live video. Give them some feedback. Give them some behind the scenes of your business. How you spend your days off. That's another one. Not just, here's a picture of my family. How does it relate back to your business? If you're on social media to market yourself, you don't just want to post a picture randomly. You can post a picture of your kids, your dogs, that's fine, but relate it back to your business. I love having the day off of work because I get to go to the park with my son. I love having working for myself because I get to take a 2-hour walk with my dog in the afternoon. Here's another idea for what you could post about: to provide valuable information to show that you're a valuable stylist and you have a lot of knowledge to make your clients, to keep top of mind your clients. You're going to post testimonials from your clients and a little story about how long you've been doing their hair or how you convinced them to go from blonde to pink. Make a list of the topics you want to talk about, the social platforms you're going to post on, and what days of the week you're going to post. AKA, you're holding yourself accountable. So once you come up with a list, steal all these ideas if you want, totally fine. I don't mind at all. But I want you to make a list of the topics you're going to talk about, 3 or 4 topics, which platforms you're going to show up on, and how many days a week, and which days. Put it in your schedule in the morning. If you go to work all day Tuesday, and that's the day you want to post, write in your little schedule, like where all your other clients are, make a little note. Give yourself 20 minutes to get a post out about behind the scenes, testimonial, that kind of thing. I want you to stick to your schedule once you come up with it. Oh, this is Melanie's saying, I really need to stop looking for homeless at the end of the day if I'm going to do videos. Kayla's saying, is there a best time of the day or week to post? That is a really great question, Kayla. My suggestion is, if that's a great question, what time of the day should I post? What social media platform should I post? What day of the week? I just want you to, that's a great question. We're going to visit that after you're showing up consistently for a month on social media. Let's revisit that question in a month. So yes, the answer is yes. You can look at your stats. You can also just try things out. I teach to my students inside my academy, I'm like, just show up on social. I can tell you, I've done it where I try to show up at certain days, certain times, certain platform. I'm busy. I just show up. I show up on 13 different platforms, 6 to 7 days a week. It doesn't make a difference on the engagement, the actual post itself. If it's really good, it gets a ton of engagement. So I wouldn't worry about that. That's a really good question. But right now, just get used to showing up on social for a month, whatever that is, 3 days a week, 2 days a week, 5 days a week. I encourage my students to do it 7 days a week. But so just do that first, and then we'll revisit times a day and days of the week to see what works best for your followers. Okay, moving on. So if we as hairstylists want to have a consistent full schedule all year long, we need to ABM, always be marketing, especially when we're book solid. You have to keep the momentum going. You have to keep the consistency. Of course, right now, Kayla, you're coming from a place of, holy moly, my books aren't booked up. But even for those of you who are book solid, and Kayla, when you get back to being book solid, you have no issues and this isn't a concern, I want all of you to always be marketing. No matter how busy I am with my clients, with my students, I'm always showing up. I'm sending out weekly emails, podcasts, 13 different platforms on social. That's what keeps the ball rolling. That's what takes my creativity from here and here, gets it out in the world. It could be a TikTok, it could be a Reels, it could be a combo, and then I repurpose things. So I want you all to get used to showing up online. I gave you several suggestions about different things you could talk about other than posting your schedule. This is great that you're posting your schedule. That's informative, but we want the showing up on social, the marketing yourself as a stylist, which I see so many stylists not do this. And if they could, they would be so much happier. You would have clients in your chair that light you up. You'd be working the schedule you want. They would say, whatever day, I don't care, Sunday at midnight, I'll be there. And you'd be charging the prices that you deserve. Those are the 3 main things that I hear people say. And that's one of my course promises inside my programs. Once you go through the program, you will be charging what you want and feeling good about it. You'll be working with clients that light you up only. You're going to get rid of the ones that drive you nuts, and you're going to work a schedule you want. So I would like, Kayla, you are an employee, but you get to set your own pricing and your own schedule, which is kind of a cool hybrid situation. I want you to be book solid completely on the days that you're working, and I want you to have people in your chair that you love, and I want you to charge the pricing you deserve. That's what I want. That's what I want out from you. Okay, Kayla, we're not going to beat ourselves up because we have a slow month. We're going to just do better going forward. You're here asking the questions. You're here trying to improve your business. You're here trying to provide for your family. That's powerful. You mean business, and I like people like you. How does this feel, Kayla? Talk to me. Melanie is saying, post when people are on Facebook, shows up, post more people if within 20 minutes. Other people, she's got some good insight here. So yeah, you guys can read her insight, but how does this feel for you, Kayla? How does this feel? Let me just recap on a few suggestions of things that you can share online that's not just of the family or of your schedule. Things like this. Your thought process behind a hair transformation. how you organize your day, a hair tutorial. It could be a 20-second tutorial. It doesn't have to be a 15-minute tutorial. And from what clients are asking you about, I created top knots, curls, all the things my clients would ask me about. Kayla's saying, great, thanks so much, you're so welcome. Behind the scenes, what does your workspace look like? People love that stuff. How you spend your days off and relate it back to your business. Testimonials from clients with a little story about like how long you've been doing their hair or how you convinced her to go from this color to this color. I want you to make a list of the topics you want to talk about. Pick the days of the week you want to show up, that you're going to show up, and the platforms you're going to show up on. Write it in your schedule. Hold yourself accountable. That's called time blocking. Give yourself some time to actually create the schedule and then create the ideas in the post. Just get your stuff up. Don't worry about the time right now, the day right now. Just get it up as much as you can until you get into a rhythm, and then we can get specific about what time you're showing up and what platform you're showing up on. Just commit to like 2 platforms, like 3 days a week. That would be ideal. Kayla, can I get you to commit? Thank you so much for showing up live, even though I know you got your baby in the background you're trying to take care of. Can I get you to commit to coming up with a schedule for you to show up for you, for yourself and your business on social? Can just give me a thumbs up. Can I get a commitment or a yes or something that I know that you're committed? And anyone else here who's watching, can I get a commitment from you, ladies and gentlemen? Yes. Kayla's saying yes. Awesome. So this is accountability. You're actually putting it out there. Kayla, once you get a few minutes, hopefully it'll be this week. Maybe you can commit to this week as well. Come back in this group, in this thread right here, and say, I'm committing to showing up on Instagram and Facebook on the days that you're not working with your clients. Let's say it's Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. Just come back here, let us know, and then we could watch, look at your account. We could be like, oh great, look at her showing up. We could cheer each other on, and you can help hold each other accountable. So if you come back in here, Kayla, in a couple days, you're like, I got my schedule, these are the days I'm showing up. Put your Instagram handle in here, and then we can all follow each other, and then hopefully it'll inspire the other people that are watching or watching the replay to actually do the same thing. Yes, I'm committed to. I'm going to show up 3 days a week. I'm going to show up 5 days a week. I'm going to show up on 2 platforms or 1 platform or whatever it is. It's up to you to come up with the schedule that you want, the topics, the days of the week, and the platforms. Can I get a commitment from anybody else who's here live, who's going to help Kayla? You guys are going to come back here in the next week. Let's say the next week. And you're going to let us know that you've come up with a schedule and the days. You don't even have to tell us what it is. Just let us know that you've actually done it. This way you can help cheer each other on, and you could all hold each other accountable. That's the main thing that I see that so many people have, like, we'll call issues with. There's no accountability. So come up with say, yes, I'm going to do it, and then come back here and let us know that you've done it. I'd like to see your posts. I'd like you to be like, hey, look at this cool post I came up with. In this group as well, I've created 5-day social media challenges, 14-day social media challenge. It's in this group. I've done that a couple times, like 3 or 4 times in the last year. Go back and scroll in this group. There's tons of information. I share templates. They're fill-in-the-blank templates. They're ideas for things you can show up with. I try to make it so easy for other small business owners, specifically stylists, to show up at least on social a couple days a week. Okay. Anyone else have anything for me? Type in the comments before I end this training. Please watch the replay. Tag your friend in here if you feel like it would be valuable information for her. And don't forget, I want you guys to sign up for my weekly newsletters. Sign up for a few weeks just so you can see. Go to glamhairus.com/5secrets. You're going to get a freebie, a guide on 5 secrets to attract high-paying clients, and then you'll be added to my weekly emails. You can see how I show up and provide value in my weekly emails from people that give me their email and say, yes, I want to sign up for your emails. You can see how I do it and get inspired. Okay, friends, thank you so much for watching. Kayla, I hope this helped you out. Come back and let us know. I always like to know I like to know updates from everybody. So let me know. Thank you all so much for participating and showing up live, and watch this again and tag your friends. I know I'm asking you guys to do 844 things. And I'm off to go walk my little doggy who's sitting here staring at me and feeding him dinner. Kayla's saying definitely helped. Yay! Melanie's saying great ideas. Yay! Melanie, please, when you start implementing some of this stuff, come back in here. We're all in this group together. There's lots of good stuff. We're all just trying to help each other out, cheer each other on. I come up with ideas. You tell me what some of your issues or problems or questions are, and try to give you solutions. So thank you so much for multitasking, Kayla. Have a great night, my friends, and I will see you again soon. Bye.